Simon, and of course, we are going to be taking you through the Gavel Pod. Probably this program will be, we shall be having it with students, right? So we have very many people. We are going to be looking at specifically at leadership. What do you know about leadership? For me, leadership actually, what I know about leadership is it engages behaviors and of course align with people in collective direction, and of course it enables some work, working together and to accomplish shared goals. So in the studio, we have. Mutebwa Charles. This is the chief whip of Uganda Martyrs University Council, right? I hope I'm not. And again, we have Fred Sembajwe. This is one of the students that I've just reported. He's a first year student. And my co-host, that is Mildred. Yeah, it is the first show, and today is 15th. Of course, it is a Saturday where we hope you just seated there and you're waiting for what we have definitely prepared for you. Mildred.
Yes, I am.
How is it going? How has been your weekend before we even go ahead?
Wow, thank you very much, Simon. My weekend, so far so good. It's good. That's all I can say. Why want me to get into?
It's okay.
The weekend of love.
It's okay.
But let's keep it at.
Was it yesterday? People were in love, showing a lot of love. I don't know that kind of love. Yeah, we don't know how my people here celebrated the day. We are in a. What was the day yesterday?
Valentine.
I think it was love, yeah, showing love and all that. But anyway, let's dive into what you have prepared for us today before even we go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Simon. Just a quick reminder to our listener. My name is Mildred, and this is proudly sponsored by Gavel Club.
Okay.
Gavel Club. Today, our theme is mastery of professionalism in leadership. We are going to be looking at the definition of professionalism in the field of leadership. We're going to look at how professionalism doesn't end at the dress code. It goes to embody integrity, the ethical values of a leader, and very much as our guests will get to tell us. So basically that's it. The mastery of professionalism in leadership. So I think before we dive into the questions, let's give them at least like 1 minute each. They're going to tell us about themselves. Because we have the chief whip, Uganda Martyrs University Council. Then we have Semba Fred, just a first year student. Well, I think he's just a first year student. But never know he's a leader out there. So I guess let's give them a minute. They tell us more about themselves.
Exactly.
Yes, my name is Mutebwa Charles, as you heard, and here at Uganda Martyrs University, I'm the chief whip. I'm actually very happy to be hosted on this radio and to discuss the mastery of professionalism in leadership. This is an important topic, and I really hope to talk about it very well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, our host. Thank you, the moderator of the program. And my name is Fred Sembajwe. Of course, a first year student pursuing bachelor's degree in business administration and management. So I'm leading a certain organization of the students in our home. And that organization.
You're already a leader.
I'm already a leader. And also, personally, everybody is a leader. Also, have leadership of myself.
Actually, when he talks about that, last time when we had met at Gavel Club, we were talking about awakening the leader in you. And to my surprise, actually, even you said you have a leader within you. Can I ask a quick question?
Me? Okay, it's okay.
Which position do you hold in your family? Like firstborn, secondborn?
I'm a firstborn.
You see?
Yes, I'm a firstborn.
Meaning you're born a leader. Just to be the firstborn, you're born a leader. So what he says is actually true. And it takes us back that every one of us is a leader. Before you look at the leader you're going to choose into power, you yourself, you're the first leader to yourself. So, getting back to our theme today, mastery of professionalism. Before we can dive deeper into the theme, I would like our guests, starting with Charles, to tell us what they basically understand by the term professionalism. So shall I go with Charles first, then Fred will come in. What do you understand by the term professionalism?
When they talk about professionalism, like you're doing journalism and mass communication, you're doing you're doing medicine and whatever. You're a teacher. How do you understand? How do you get into it? Like, I'm a professional. Yeah.
Well, professionalism in this case, I will relate it with leadership first of all, since it is the topic or the theme of today. To me, professionalism, sincerely, you have got to understand completely and practice some ethics, some ethical values of that kind of career that you are taking on. Now, I won't say leadership is a career, but in this case, professionalism in leadership, you have got to fully understand and practice ethics of leadership. Now, there are ethics of leadership, or there are behaviors that leaders always portray, or they always have. You get, like you have said that he's a firstborn. You know what firstborn? You know, yeah. You know,
we have a lot of rules. Everything is on our head.
That's exactly. So you can see there is that behavior, there is that character of a firstborn. Firstborn, wherever you go, you can actually identify. This one is a firstborn. Why? Because they have that kind of leadership in them naturally.
And it is inevitable by the way.
Yeah.
Because when you're grown and you're the first person to be born, trust me, you have to carry on everything.
Yes. And actually, firstborns make very good leaders. They are good because since they have been leaders just from the day they were born, it makes them they become very easy, or they get very easy to understand and to follow ethical behaviors of leadership. Yes.
So thank you very much, Charles. So we get to understand to you professionalism and includes having those ethical values within leadership. Thank you very much. Let's hear from Fred what he thinks about professionalism.
Well, thank you so much for that question. To dive deeper, I want to first go into the etymology of that word, professionalism. Because, language, if you want to know something, you have to know the language in which it is. And knowing that the language, you have to know the word. And knowing the word requires you to go into the etymology of that word. Where does that word come from? Okay? So if you know where that word comes from, then you can know very well what it means. So professionalism is a word that comes from the Latin word called professio. Professio means declaration. We have had people taking vows, professing. We profess our faith. We, the Catholic, we always profess our faith in Mass. We are making a declaration that we are really Catholics. So it comes from that Latin word, professio, which means declaration. So from that word, the English came up with that word and renovated it or upgraded it into professionalism. Professionalism meaning the expected behavior, ethics, or expertise of someone. The expected behavior, ethics, or expertise.
Maybe in a specific career.
In a specific career, yeah. So that's what I can call professionalism.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, you don't need to ask me anything about professionalism because he has said almost said whatever you had.
I can say you're really dodging the question.
No.
Anyway, let me also be a good one. And I
Okay.
dodge you. So both of you have talked about ethics. How leaders show their ethical values within the leadership field that is around professionalism.
Yeah.
So, Fred, actually, I love the background of professionalism. Professio. Yeah, the professio. And so, what are some of those qualities that you think define professionalism? Those qualities that we need to see in a leader, and we know that this is a professional leader. Some of those qualities that you think.
Well, there are very many requirements or qualities that make up one to be a professional in a certain career or in life. The first one, I'm going to talk about competence. Competence. A leader is supposed to be competent. Competence means knowing what to do, having knowledge of something.
Okay.
Having knowledge of something. For example, a doctor. If you cannot be a professional doctor when you lack knowledge of medicine, of how to administer medicine, of how to look after patients, you cannot be a professional doctor if you lack that. You cannot be a good engineer if you lack engineering skills, if you lack what is required for one the knowledge which is required for one to be an engineer. So competence is all about that. So want to be professional, you have to be competent, having the knowledge. And having knowledge does not end. We are always acquiring knowledge. You should always have the urge to acquire knowledge ever and ever again, because nobody knows it all. You cannot know it. You cannot know it all at one time. Another one is accountability. You have to be accountable for what you do. Like if you are a radio presenter, you should know that what I'm doing now, I'm held accountable. If you are an engineer, you should know that what I'm doing, at whatever I'm doing, I'm held accountable for, and so on. So accountability. To be a professional, you have to be accountable. You have to make accountability in whatever you're doing. Another one, I said 3. The last one is, I'm going to stick on communication. Communication, whereby you have to inform. This is informing others. For example, you cannot be a professional radio presenter whereby when you fail to come up, or you have an appointment and you're supposed to be at the radio station, you fail to communicate to your bosses that I've been late, I'm not going to be there. So professionalism requires you to communicate with your bosses, to communicate with the one who needs the information. I think I can talk about that as one of those 3 requirements that makes one to be a professional. I've said communication, competence, and accountability.
Mildred, it is just 21 minutes past 8. You talked about the competence. I didn't want to doubt myself there. Competence, actually, for me, how I really understand it, is also someone can be knowing something professionally, but Okay, he talked about looking for knowledge and all that, incompetence, right? But also competence. Someone might be knowing something, yeah, but when he doesn't put in more work, like hard work, to bring up that thing they expect
To
of
exhibit
him.
what
So,
he knows.
yes, he might be knowing it, but he decides to lag behind. He decides to don't put in much effort about it. That is how I can really maybe supplement about competence. That is, competence is so needed, most especially to our professionalism now, like journalism, mass communication. One needs to be competent enough. Competent. I don't know really whether you people are getting. That is a very big.
Falling in love with the word.
No, not in the word. This is what they consider. For example, when you people are applying for the jobs, someone when you're not competent, I feel that word is so big to break. Actually, it can even take our time. Only that we are out of time. We don't have that much time. But competence is so relevant here, and people actually out there. You need to embrace competent. For example, when you're in your professionalism, when you're up for something, so that people really see you that indeed Simon is a journalist. You have to show up. They have to see how competent you are. You might be, like I've said, you might be having the skills and all that. But when you sit back, people are not going to recognize you, even though you have the skills. Where are they? You need to see them. So that is a very nice thing you talked about. That is very nice.
So, so the other time you dodged me, this time I'm going
No,
to
I have no
attack.
problem. I'm just ready for it.
No, so you've really talked about the competence part of it.
Exactly.
And I really love the way you have really dodged around it and dug deep into it. So, Simon, you've talked about here in journalism, you're tested your competence. You have to be competent enough.
Yeah.
Have you had challenges trying to bring this up in your profession? And within these challenges, or as you're solving conflicts, and then you failed to maintain your professionalism?
It depends. Actually, that is very nice. Thank you very much. It depends. When now, for example, if you're a journalist, if you're a teacher, if you're a lawyer, so sometimes you don't need to be called upon. You have to show up. And again, for you've asked that you need to. How are you going to do what?
The question was, you had challenges of just trying to show this competence.
Yeah, of course, challenges are always there.
How were you able to come over these challenges? And when was that time when you failed to maintain your professionalism as you are coming to overcoming these challenges? When you failed to maintain that professionalism,
yeah,
you know what?
I will keep in my field of journalism, of being a journalist. Yeah, because I have no idea about other fields. For us, we are so much into equipment. We use a lot of equipment. Sometimes absence of equipment can really challenge you, and you have to. What you need to do, whatever you have. Yeah. For example, the phones and all that. You go into the field. You have to improvise. Yeah, that is the right one. You have to improvise, even if you have no camera. You have no a camera is kind of expensive. So when you don't have, you realize you have no camera, and it is what is needed in the field. What are you going to do about it? Get something, get something to show the public, to show the people that I'm available. Go with your small phone. People are going to see you. Yeah, that's what you see. You've been seeing people on TikTok. Yeah, they start to cry out to people and they are helped. So when you go in the field, for example, my field, when you go to the field and you're having this camera, someone out there might realize you and be like, you're a journalist. I can see. And also creating, you have to improvise with some small podcasts. You sit there, people are going to recognize you. And so you're solving something, people are going to see you. What kind of information are you delivering to the people? You get on your podcasts. Those those information or that kind of information that you're delivering to the people, it can in one way help you again to solve. To get out of your what the problems, the challenges that you might be having. Otherwise, the problems are inevitable. Trust me. Yes. Otherwise, you can also send in a message here to on 075501417 or 07587922050 and 0780679765 and to get into the conversation. Someone here sent a message. This is Brad. It says, "Big ups to all the Gavel Club members and the leaders out there." Okay, my regards to them. He says the program is moving on well. Yeah. Thank you very much, Brody. I will about professionalism. Like his question, yeah, is soon coming. Thank you for listening in, Brody. Uganda Martyrs University says get to it and then you do some registering, and of course for the betterment of your child.
Welcome to Uganda Martyrs University Gavel Club, a place where leaders grow. We create a safe environment to build your public speaking skills with our exquisite broadcast, the Gavel Pod. Leaders get to explore and share about different insights of leadership. Don't let your passion for leadership die out, for Gavel Club is here. Join us every Monday, 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. as we share, learn, and inspire each other. Step up and lead. Gavel Club, speak, inspire, lead.
From that short commercial break, this is the Gavel Pod, and in studio we have Charles, the chief whip of Uganda Martyrs Student Council, and Fred, a first year student. In the first segment of the show, we defined what professionalism is, and we went deep into it. The qualities that we hold as to be professional leaders, and we really dived into the part of competence. Fred shared that competency, communication, and accountability are one of the qualities that a professional leader should have. Simon really expanded about the competence part of it, and went to realize that everyone has to have that competence within them. So Simon, we have really explored the entire topic of professionalism. You as a professional at the moment,
I know you're looking at me. I'm dead.
No, not really.
Okay.
May do believe all of us are profession here, but let me say for now we have classes, and then for us, yeah, really, okay.
Okay.
So, what do you really advise to the leaders? For now, Omi is going into the time of campaigns, and then you're going to see new leaders coming in. What do you really advise to the new leaders that are coming in to keep that professionalism as they're trying to exhibit this leadership skill?
Professionalism, where exactly?
In their field of leadership.
The advice I have for them?
The advice you have for them to keep it professional as leaders.
No, it should be in their mind, by the way. If you don't have any professionalism in your mind and you have no any idea of what you're doing or what you're going for, please step back. I have no any simple word for any simple argument for you. Yes, I have no any kind words for you. If you have no any idea about what you're exactly going, for example, you're going in for counselor, you're going in for being a whole counselor, being on a your chief what? Chief. Yes. We have those people, governors. We have president. I've seen someone has come up. He wants to be a president. If you have no any idea of what it takes to be a president, please stay back. Yes. Unless you have known what exactly you're going for. Yes, that is the truth. Let us first know where we are going for. What we are going to take up. For us, like that's why you study journalism. You get to know what exactly is needed for one to be a journalist. You get what I'm saying? And this you who is just listening, not you, not to you alone. Even those people who are just listening, you need to know. That's why they teach you. You are an accountant. How are you going to do auditing? How are you going to do this? How are you going to do this? You're a journalist. How are you going to do how are you? What are the ethics that are in the profession you're going in for?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're going in for this stuff, please first revise them. Seek information, seek knowledge of those people who have been there in the field before. Yeah. Because even us, we are professionals, but still we seek knowledge to those people who are the first people there that we base on and be like, some guidance here and there. So seek for guidance. You of course get there.
Thank you very much.
That is my humble request.
I have an example here. So one of the candidates who stood up for Kawempe North constituency.
Exactly.
He was asked to one of the areas where he is going to represent, and he didn't know.
And you said Kawempe South. You see, this is what is affecting us as Ugandans. We need to seek guidance. Get law and then seek knowledge. This pride is not taking us anywhere. You need to go down and then you ask, for what you really need in that sphere. Thank you very much.
So I saw Charles nodding her head and really,
Yeah.
really convinced. So we have a question from our listener.
Okay.
She's called Stella.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
like, hello Simon and Mildred. Thanks for the show. I'm listening from Hoima. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hoima, this is where? Hoima Kakumiru, that side.
She just kept it at Hoima.
Okay.
So I'll direct this question to Charles.
Okay.
She said, I would like to ask our dear guests, specifically I've chosen Charles, what do you advise our leaders?
Yeah.
Because a number of them haven't been having the knowledge that all this you are talking about, the accountability, the competency, is all professionalism. So what advice do you have for those leaders to get back on board and embrace this professionalism as to be great leaders? So it goes back to what I asked Simon, but since I saw you nodding your head, I would like to also know your insights about this.
I shouldn't take it on alone. We need your
Yeah. When you talked about ethics, and to me, when you are defining leadership, you have got to also talk about ethics, because these are the two terms that go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, ethics in leadership, you have got to see that.
Get closer to the microphone.
Ethics is really a very important aspect, because it is an effective term,
Essential.
something that is essential, that helps you understand.
Like guidance.
Yeah, exactly. So you have got to see what principles do leaders follow. Now, you can't be a leader. They call you for a meeting. You don't know anything to do with the meeting that they have. Because every meeting that they share with you or they invite you for, they have shared something. Maybe a theme, maybe what they are going, the key points. And you as a leader, you have got to understand that, hey, I have to put this in mind, so that when I attend this meeting, these are the key points that we're going to discuss. Again, for the president, people who want to be president, union president, yeah, please take your time, revise. It is not about friends telling you, hey, be the president. No.
When you get there, you disappoint people.
Also, you find that telling you, but we need someone in government. We need someone in this government. We have got to tap the funds. Okay, these are the talks that people really have out there. But if you really want the funds, it is okay. Go read, do your research about what the position you want. What is it about?
I heard even Uganda Martyrs University, students union, they have a constitution, don't they? Yeah, they have a constitution. If they have the constitution, go seek knowledge. Go see what positions do they have, and what do those positions mean.
By the way, this is something like some example or some experience.
Yeah.
You get leaders. Someone has put in his application, so he comes into a panel, maybe vetting.
We have 17 minutes.
You ask him about the constitution, and someone has no idea about Uganda Martyrs University's Students' Union Constitution, and this constitution governs leadership and students at large. But he has no knowledge, but he wants to be a leader.
Maybe
don't go far.
Maybe they have no
Maybe
access.
don't know the motto of the university.
These are some small things that you need to have on your fingertips.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get to know about them.
Research about the position that you are going for. Please don't come for the faculty representative, and again you want to still come for a secretariat post. No, these they cannot. They don't meet at any time. If you are a faculty representative, you go to council. That is it.
You have even talked about someone might help you, like those like those people in the parliament fighting for the place of Kawempe North, what. Someone might hype you, and yet you yourself, you're not ready. What about you? Look at yourself. Are you ready?
Exactly. You have
Because people might hype you, but in actual sense, you're like, if I get there.
This actually takes me back our very first episode that we had on media, on the social platform. We were talking about the passion, from passion to a purpose.
Yeah.
That every leader has to have that passion sparking them. You have to have that passion for this.
Not like me, to be a journalist,
I had the passion.
You know me, I had the passion. I was in primary 6. I used to listen to these people, the Barnabas, what those people. So I was like, and I used to be with my grandparents.
Yeah.
So I could listen to what? To radio. And one time I told my grandmother, I want to be like these people. I want to be on the radio, and she was like, take your time. So you see, when you have passion for something, you have to go for it. Let not the public hype you on something that you have no idea about.
And actually, some advice to the people who are gonna vote. Now, don't vote for someone because he has vibe. People have also gotten that cancer. That, hey, we vote for Charles, he has got vibe. When we go out, everything will be high. No. Leadership is not about vibe. Leadership is about pen and paper. This is something. Please don't vote someone because of vibe. No. Leaders are a leader. Actually, you see, when you are moving on compound, you can actually see someone and be like, this one can make a good leader. Now, such people, when they come for leadership, and you test them, still they have passion, please give them your votes. Support those people.
Anyway, so we are already running out of time.
Yes.
But Brad is on my neck. Tell me my question. So someone bring Brad's question on board.
No, he has not yet maybe said it, but
sure.
Yeah.
I think he's having it in mind. So as we're ending, I would love to leave Freddie's advice out. You're a first year student, and I really see the future of you being a leader within the community. One advice that you would give to the people out there that are listening to you, that wish to be the leaders, but they feel they're not competent enough. How would you light that spark in them and tell them to stand up and lead at this moment?
Yeah, thank you very much for that good question. I think what is scaring most of the people is that they have fear. Fear, let me call it an acronym. It's a short form. For me personally, I take it as false ideas appearing real. False ideas appearing real. Like you have something that you feel like is correct, but it is wrong. Maybe I have fear of chariots about something I don't know so much about that, but I fear that thing about him. So that fear. And the way how to elevate that fear is to know that it is not proved. Okay?
Yeah.
You may have something, you think that it's correct, but you have not proved it. Okay? So that fear, to erase out that fear, is that you have to believe that that's just an idea in your mind. The idea is not correct. So to erase that fear is to have that courage to know that this is an idea in me. An idea may be correct or it may be wrong. And again, me personally, I have a saying in my life. It goes that something is impossible. Okay? Something is impossible until when you begin it. Something is impossible until when you begin it. Until when you start up something, that's when you realize that it is
impossible.
It is possible.
It is possible. Impossible.
It is possible. Yeah. For example, me personally.
For me, I fear. I'm not a risk taker.
Me personally, I had fear.
I'm not a risk taker.
I had fear for this show. I was like, how is it going to be? I remember texting Mildred, what is the agenda? I was very impatient, you know, my first time online, okay? So I had fear. But when I entered, they welcomed me. So when I began, that's when I realized that, hey, it is possible. Okay? So those people who are aspiring to be leaders, you come up. Yeah? You come up, don't fear. Come up.
Before even we go any further, how can one realize themselves that I'm a leader? Yes, you have been questioning me. Let me also ask you, how can one know that I'm a leader, I should go for something? Because we all don't know. We all can be there and we have no idea, who we are. How can one realize themselves that I'm a leader? Before even that thought comes to you, let me go for it, I have to ask yourself, am I a leader? So I'm asking. Let you take it up. Then
okay.
The other lady will conclude.
Okay. How does one realize that I'm a leader?
Yes.
You know, you first have the feeling, the ability in you. You have to feel the ability in you in that position. As we have said, one of the characteristics is competence. You have the knowledge of that post that you want. Having the knowledge is going to boost your passion for that post. For example, I want to be personally. I have the passion of being a very good farmer.
I see.
A very good farmer.
See.
Though I'm not
and of course, Uganda Martyrs University can do that for you if you are there already.
Yeah. So my ability in me is pursuing is like have the passion of being a good farmer. So that pushes me to acquire knowledge.
A reputable farmer.
That pushes me to pursue the knowledge of agriculture, have knowledge about agriculture, how is it done, how is coffee planted, and so on. So that's it. So how does one realize that I have the ability of being a leader? Having the knowledge. Actually, the knowledge pushes you into passion.
Simon, to add on it, have you ever been moving maybe on a compound and you see maybe a bottle and you feel like picking it?
I always pick them.
Exactly.
I always. For that one I credit myself.
That is also that is the number one. That is the number one criteria of being a leader. It is in you. It is like what can I call it? In this case, I think Kamaniso, Kamaniso. You get it? So
we have no idea whatever you're talking about.
Oh my god! It is
How
yeah. Okay, it shows you that you're a leader, so you have got to take up a position. Maybe you can become a good health minister, a good health secretary. that means you like hygiene, you like health. That's why you are picking up something, you are cleaning the environment.
I think that is all about discipline also. Discipline outside.
You know things.
So thank you very much, Uganda Martyrs University Radio. Here it is just 7 minutes to the time. Brady says, guys, thanks for the show. It is really moving on. Well, I just have something for those out there contesting. He has some, he has made some coaching here. That to convince people, connect with them personally, understand their concerns, and show your leadership. And show your leadership, and will make a difference. Authenticity and a clear action plan will win the hearts. Okay. Wow. So here's something also here that what truly defines a professional skills. What truly defines a professional? Their skills, attitude, ethics. How can professionalism set you apart in in a world full of talent? And what's one habit? I hope you guys are getting me. And what's one habit every student should develop to be seen as professional? And then my question to you all, not forgetting. Okay, he's getting another question. My Jesus, he's going to ask us a question. I think this was these are concerns he was talking about. Those coming in for yes. So he says big ups to maybe Charles, Fred, and Simi. Here I'm Simon. Yeah. Thank you for the show. I think the question is coming. No. The questions are here. What truly defines a professional skills, attitude, or ethics? Okay, yeah. It's like what truly defines professionalism? Skills, attitude, or ethics? That was one question. Another question, how can professionalism set you apart in a world full of talent? And what is one habit every student should develop to be seen as professional? Please, we have 5 minutes.
Right.
One. Yeah.
One. But I would love to bounce the part of talent,
okay,
and then the world to you. But I'd like to talk about the part of where he asked what really defines professionalism.
Yeah.
About the skills, ethics, and then shortly I would take the part of ethics.
Yeah.
Because when you look at professionalism, you have to have the integrity, which is an ethical value.
Yeah.
You have to have the accountability.
Yes.
Or is that communication.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good ethic.
Yeah.
The skills is also a good one, because skills we would put in the communication skills, the team play skills.
I think even the attitude falls in the communication skills. Attitude.
Yes, all that.
So the attitude and ethics,
all together.
So now the skills.
So, Brady, one habit that every student should develop to exercise professionalism, was it? Something like that. One, now I would believe before you can even look about this professionalism thing, part of it. First of all, self-confidence. How much do you believe in yourself? Because as you're coming out to be the leader, you're going to face people who are going to tell you, you can't. But if I know Mildred, I know I can.
Oh, yes.
That is the first step. That is the first push factor. So everyone has to get that self-confidence and know that you can make it and you'll stand out. And you know that you're unique from the rest. However, we can get to hear from Charles and Fred.
Yeah, okay. To me, I would...
Charles, how can professionalism set you apart in a world full of talent?
Set you apart in the world full of talent.
Yeah.
Professionalism, when you're professional, in this case, when you practice ethics, when you practice fairness, transparency, now it will help you. People will perceive you as a fair person, as a honest person, and hence people will support you. People will believe in you. I can tell you, if you miscommunicate, if you are not transparent, no one will trust you. No one will give you their vote. So you have got to be transparent, you have got to be fair, and you have got to take responsibility, because leaders are responsible of their actions.
Exactly.
Yes. In the world of professionalism, you have got to take on those 3 principles, so that they can make you in profession.
A few minutes remaining. Thank you. What's one habit every student should develop to be seen as professional to you?
Yeah. I can.
I repeat the question.
Yeah.
What's one habit every student should develop to be seen as professionals? As a professional.
I think that goes back to one of the requirements of a professional or a professional person. So let me also dive into. Let me also add out this part that I left out, which is emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, emotional intelligence. That's the habit. That's one of the habits.
Yeah.
That one is supposed to have to be seen as a professional.
For sure, that thing is so important here.
Yeah.
Because when for example when you're working, these people who are business women and men, they tell you to audit something and you're like, no, every time you be telling me those things to do those things, that is emotional intelligence. If you cannot take it up and you be like, okay.
And also, if you cannot manage yourself emotionally.
An example is like last time with the Musu leader president had a meeting with the sports persons in the auditorium, and that meeting, one of the persons happened to be so emotional. No, I did put myself in
and it so happens by the way also.
Yes. I did put myself in the shoes of
most especially to ladies.
Yeah. And I was so the habit one has to develop is that of emotional intelligence, and that goes back also to attitude, because attitude binds up or comes into emotional intelligence.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we have one more advice from our listener, Miss Dorothy Nakaiza.
Thank you,
Dorothy. From Chisamula Bujugo.
Oh,
my mom actually.
Oh.
So she says leaders should work for the community, a leader should work for their community, not his or her selfish interests. We have had leaders who have promised a lot, and they actually, when they reach there, they fulfill their interests. So self-actualization is very important.
So this question is to me. Let me give it to myself. Can professionalism and authenticity go hand in hand? How can staying true to yourself enhance or challenge your professional image? How can am I even understanding? This is okay. First of all, authenticity and professionalism, they move hand in hand. Yes, because when you're a journalist, you have to go outside there. For authenticity, you get a story or you ask a story from someone. You're not going to get a story from somewhere who didn't tell you. That is illegal. They can even, yes, we have laws. They can imprison you for that. And yes, they do go hand in hand. And I'm sure even those people who do, you who is a agriculturist, you can. There are some solutions where you mix here and there, and you own them. Yeah, those mixtures you people do. So that is the authenticity. Is it really yours? Yeah. Can people credit you about it? It is also good in a profession. Yeah. So how can staying true to yourself enhance or challenge your professional image? Please help me.
Pardon.
How can staying true, because we are out of time? Oh Jesus. How can staying true to yourself enhance or challenge your professional image?
Yeah, I think being true to yourself challenges your professional image in that knowing yourself that you know or don't know is a very important thing, because as I was talking about authenticity, being true to yourself. Like I want to stand up, maybe have the passion of standing up for the union president, but I have the knowledge. I really am not able. You have to be true to yourself that I'm not able in that position on that post, and my ability requires me to do something else. So that's what I can say about being true to yourself,
knowing what you're able to do.
So thank you very much. We are out of time. Maybe I'm going to just give you 1 minute for all of you to say your last words to the people who are coming up, and your maybe some advice. Of course, you will be giving us a leadership advice as we are ending the program. Let me start with Mr.
Thank you so much.
You're concluding.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
Simon,
the moderator, the host, Mildred. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It has been great to me.
Yeah.
I really thank you. Allow me to say hi to my people outside there.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I have my mom called Dr. Idnako there outside. She has been online listening to me. Also, my friends, my classmates, Emily, Sharifa, I say hi to you.
Okay.
Our BAM students, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Okay. For me, I will just give some advice to both the voters and the candidates. Please, the candidates, be transparent. Stay true to yourself. Follow your emotions. If something tells you that don't come, don't come. Let people not force you. Then, for voters, please and please and please, don't vote for someone because he has value. Vote for someone because you know he can deliver. Thank you.
Well, my first advice would be advise all those that have the passion for leadership to join Gavel Club, Uganda Martyrs University.
You have taken my advice.
Our meetings are there Monday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Earlier will be 3. So all those, don't let your leadership passion die out. Come to Gavel Club and then we share. Gavel Club, we don't teach, but we actually share and inspire each other.
Well, Gavel Pod program will always be here on Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9, and we will be getting to know what exactly leadership means. So you ought actually to be listening in here on UMS Radio with Simon and Mildred to be taking you through what you really need to know about leadership. Those who want to listen to Uganda Martyrs University, you will go on Google Play Store. You get, of course, your the app, app. Radio app on Google Play Store. Those who have been having issues of internet, the link is on and off. So with the app, you just tap, and of course everything will just be kawaii. So and Uganda Martyrs University says what? It says everything is just ready for you. What all you need to know is to do some registration for your student, for your student to be a part of the world. You know, some universities have no idea of what Uganda Martyrs University can do for the student. Trust me, when you're studying from Uganda Martyrs University, nga you're done. I feel like even speaking in Uganda. Nga you're done. Some students actually study from here, and in their second year or third year, they're already having jobs. Yeah. By the time they are done with graduating, they're in their second year of working. They are outside there. So Uganda Martyrs University is credited for that. Thank you very much, and we shall get back to you probably next Saturday.